All right, it's the football show brought to you by KG Law. Hope you're ready for a little bit of a frenetic pacing. If you are trickling in from the Lions game, we're going to watch the end of it with you. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Cookies, how you doing, buddy?
I know. Yeah, sorry, I'm distracted. I'll do the best. Try to be a pro.
You're fine. You're fine. So as we sit down to tape this, roughly near the 2-minute warning, Steelers have driven the football down the field. They have an opportunity to ice it. Lions still have an opportunity to win it. So it's all in the balance. But with that, while we're doing that, we are going to do our big 5 things. So why don't we just get to it? Brought to you by KG Law. Look, it's pretty simple. When you really look at this, the Bears are just this thing you can't kill. And I understand the detractors. They'll just say lucky. They'll just – at what point does luck become maybe you put yourself in a spot to execute? I mean, it was a good onside kick. I can't help that Dobbs got crumpled up. Like, look at the plays. I mean, look at the throws by Caleb.
Nobody converts onside kicks anymore. It's
I know.
8% play. Like that. I have to walk a fine line because I don't want to be in denial. They are finding ways to win. It's why if the Lions had to play them in week 18 with something on the line, I wouldn't feel good.
Well, and you're giving up 500 yards to everybody.
Yeah, and their run game is legit. But that's a spot they should have won going away. Chicago is facing a backup quarterback, Micah Parsons. It's a windy day, lean on the ground game, and they're down 10 points with 2 minutes to go, rushing the field goal kicker out, right? For them to win that game was miraculous.
There is. All I want to make a point of is nothing went right for them all night. They keep battling. The drive before it, I didn't like the execution, obviously, to get to the 2-minute warning, kick the field goal. Caleb with big late throws. But then, okay, the onside happens. You haven't won the game. For Caleb Williams to make that throw under pressure in that wind and drop it, that's like Top Golf for football. He dropped it right into one of those neon green paint cans.
Like,
it was an incredible throw.
Jade Walker. Who? Undrafted who? Yeah. He's the one that catches it. 4th down.
I know.
Jade Walker. Like the number of things, even the first possession of OT, the Packers can't catch a snap on a 4th down and fumble it.
Yeah.
Like, I have to give it up to the Bears. They're in the driver's seat right now. They control everything in the NFC North. But man, does it feel like they got a horseshoe up their ass right now.
So does your team.
They are living a charmed life.
So does your team.
What just
Pittsburgh
happened?
Just missed the chip shot.
Oh, how many yards?
I don't know. 35-yarder.
I got it right now. Damn.
No, I mean, and
it's off. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, again, we'll get into your game as this goes along. How much
Lions are going to have a chance? Down 5 with the ball.
I'm convinced they're winning. Do they deserve it? Absolutely not. This has been a horseshit performance, but whatever. How much trouble are the Pack in your mind?
Quite a bit. The only saving grace, 2-0 with Willis last year. They're not totally dead. And we don't know that Love is even missing the next game, right?
No, we don't. And also, too, I think a lot of the answer to this resides in what the Lions do. Obviously, if the Lions lose, it opens up a different window.
Right.
Let's go to the battle of the NFC South, because this actually, I know I make fun of this division a lot. This is a really good football game.
Yeah.
And again, Baker can't come up with the big plays late. I want to just talk Bryce Young for a second. Tampa was intent. We are going to run 5-man fronts. We are going to take away your ground game. We're going to blitz the living hell out of you. He responded with mobility and timely throws. And how do we go from what happened in New Orleans to this is the inconsistency of Carolina. One week they lose by 40. The next week they gut out this huge divisional W. But look, Tampa, I'm sorry. Bowles has got to go before the half. Jim, it's 3rd down in a clock situation. They're on like the 27-yard line. Todd, Carolina's got one receiver. You can't have no safety help, man cover on Tet McMillan. You can't. What happens? Moonball delight, touchdown. Bowles got to go. I'm still not convinced Panthers will win this division. They have Seattle next week. But for today, they did it.
I know. Look, I'm certainly not anointing the Panthers. They got to play one another again. I thought a huge critical juncture of the game. Yeah, you're right, going into half. How about the Panthers' first possession of the second half? Tampa gets the ball, 8-minute drive, touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna flinch? No, you go on a 6-minute drive of your own, punch it in the end zone. We're here to stay. And at the end of the game, Baker's got the ball. And what did they do to begin the year? They won it every single time. He's got Godwin. He's got Ibuka. He's got Evans.
Now the Bills do.
He didn't even get 200 yards.
No.
What?
Now the bill is due. Rent is due.
Yeah.
All that horseshoe bullshit, it comes back. It's regression. It's just the football law.
You're a Baker guy, though. He doesn't throw for 200 yards with all his weapons against a 500 football team.
Not acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't defend people. Don't look at me. That's Lion fans who do the blind defense stuff, not me. Let's go to the Bills because there's a lot for us to unpack in this game. You start one. It's the worst part about football. Quinshon Judkins, that looked grotesque. I don't have an official diagnosis. I don't want to watch the replay again. I made that mistake once. But look, here's where we arrive at. It's why the NFL stays in business. Bills had to survive. The Browns had almost 40 minutes of TOP, which goes right back to this Bills defense I can't stop harping about. I don't know what to do. Like on one end, they flashed the graphic, Jim, of the AFC and Denver and Jacksonville and this Pittsburgh team that's probably going to blow this game. And I'm going, oh, the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl. But then you watch this and you're like, okay, wait. I mean, Josh Allen at one point in the fourth quarter had completed 8 passes. What?
I will say this. They have a clear identity. They can run the football. Cook was great. Couple scores early. They scored their first 3 drives of the game. Problem is, then they just kind of turned it off. And I don't think they scored again. Well, they had a field goal with a great field position.
No,
that was it the rest of the way.
What was really strange, too, was coach's decision on not only Keon Coleman, but Gabe Davis. You already don't have a good wide receiving core. Just some weird stuff there. But I don't know what to do with the Bills.
No, it's a great question because this is an AFC playoff without Joe Burrow, without Patrick Mahomes, potentially without Lamar Jackson right there on the outside as we sit here tonight.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, your biggest competition is Drake May, who you split with, and it's his first postseason. Bo Nix, who just lost to Jacksonville, and Jacksonville. Like, I mean, come on, this is as good a path as there has been for Josh Allen to go win his first Super Bowl. But at the same time, his defense is going to force him to be a superhero to do it.
Yeah. Now, analytics, I got to ask you a question. I didn't bother you because I knew you were on the air.
Yeah.
A situation I don't think I've ever seen. You had a 4th and 32 from your own 1-yard line. Now, it's late stages, about 1:49 to go, and you have 2 timeouts. You're down 3. The Browns elected to punt. The broadcast was impugning them, saying, oh, no. You have to go for this. I want the Lord of analytics to tell me.
I don't know that you have to. So hold on. You had 2 timeouts.
I agree. You punt the football.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not what's the odds of converting a 4th and 31?
The odds of Chris Boswell missing in a dome from like 3 feet away. I hear you. Loud and clear.
And again, you're probably only getting the ball back with under 30 seconds if everything goes well.
Sounds right. Yeah.
But I feel like you got a better shot than that on a 30-yard conversion.
All right, let's go. I want to go to number 4 because I gave people a homework assignment roughly 14 weeks ago. But today it really I said, you know what? I got to bring this up. Scott Hansen has somehow gotten worse. Red zone has fallen off a cliff. Like today, Jim, while you were away, he was giving you highlights that in the middle of the highlight, he had to say, oh, I'm being told that got brought back on a flag. Scott, you can wait the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then we can go to the highlight. He's trying to guess about strategy. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's weighing in on stuff. And he had a level of Johnny Carson today. Like, I don't know if the chat is hip to this. Maybe Evan can tell me. Oh, he was doing every Christmas joke you could do. I just want to know if people are starting to wake up to this con artist.
Okay, so I'm at a sports bar, can't hear it, but we have every game on. And you brought this up early in the year, right?
Week 2, baby.
3. Yeah. And it's one of those, the animatronic. And it's one of those, once your buddy puts an idea in your head, like I've noticed more now, he's an over talker.
Thank you.
Like I get it. We got a transition. We got a lot going on. I feel like he's getting sped up like a quarterback in the pocket. Deep breath. Let the game breathe. Even great play-by-play announcers know I'm on TV. Take a step back. Let it happen. And if it's confusing, take a deep breath and then I can explain it. But just let the play do what it's going to do. It's red zone, baby. Like
you want to do
I
this
have found
live?
myself, to your point, I find myself getting confused sometimes. I'm like, wait, was that a touchdown? I got to go back and look at the play-by-play because I thought they showed a touchdown.
You want to do this live? Lines of a 4th down?
What'd they do with the review here?
I'm not going to say a word. I'm
Hold
saying
on.
nothing.
I'm a little behind because I went back.
I don't want to ruin it for you, or I'm going to do.
I'm assuming they gave him the catch.
I don't know.
On the third down, I'm saying.
It was 4th and 2.
Yeah, so they gave him the catch on the third down.
Yes. And now we have a bit of a ref show on 4th down. I don't have the sound. We're doing this live with you guys.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Pass interference is the call on Kyle Duggar, who does arrive early, but everything, I mean, slow motion. Hang on, I got to watch it live again. Boy. Well, that's going to keep them. Lions are going to move the ball, right? You're not going to pick up a PI call here.
Lions have been called.
Yeah, he got there a step early.
Lions have been called for 1 penalty today, by the way, because this fan base loves to complain about the officials and hurting Detroit. The officials have been very good to you today. So there you go. Drive extended.
That's not possible.
What's the time on the clock, Jim? I've got an obstructed view of the bottom half of the TV.
124, first down. Goff's got the
call. They're totally going to win this game.
Yeah, they're at midfield, need a touchdown to win it.
They're going to win this game.
Steelers have dropped 3 picks. It's right there for Detroit.
Yeah, because this is what happens when you start playing soft defense and playing math versus we're just going to do what we do.
Oh, boy. Oh, what's the flag? So Goff went down, but I think he might get bailed out here with a flag.
Another ref show? I mean, guys, we're doing this live. You know we stick to a really hard schedule, but we're a little looser today because, let's face it,
their season's on the line here. I mean,
there you go. Ref show. Another 15-yarder. I tell you, Jim, these calls are, special.
It looks like a trip, though, to be honest.
All right, buddy.
It does.
I'm rooting for you, pal. Look, my whole point is I want to watch football. All this has turned into the last 6 minutes is the ref show. This is why it's, what time is it now? 7:45 at night, and you have a 4 o'clock game still going on.
Yeah.
All right, so the line, it's a mortal.
Got one more in our big five.
Yeah, I want to talk about one of the more surprising results of the year, something that caught both of us off guard. Jags go in, and I don't know if blowout's the appropriate term, but I'd say dominate and solidly win in Denver. And I got to tell you, I didn't have it on my bingo card. Trevor Lawrence played really well. They stuck to their script, which is we're going to force turnovers. We are not going to turn it over. He had his seventh game without a turnover. And look, couple through the air, 1 on the ground. They're +2 in the turnover margin. So it doesn't matter. They gave up 440 yards.
No.
They won, and they won solidly unless something took place in the last 2 minutes I missed.
No, look, they won by 2 touchdowns on the road in Denver against that front. So there's a bunch of things that you got to point out. One, Jacksonville's a legit threat for the 1 seed in the AFC right now. This team that needs to start getting more love and more attention. They have a real chance to win 12, 13 football games. And for Trevor Lawrence to go 3 touchdowns in that spot and play well,
yeah,
it says something about him too, man.
Now, here's my question. Between Denver and Jacksonville, do you think either of these teams are capable of winning a Super Bowl? Because I don't.
No, I think Jacksonville's comp is their AFC Bears.
AFC Bears. I like
a lot of turnovers, young quarterback. When it's good, it's good. They found ways to win, but you worry about turnover regression. And are they going to lean and rely on turnovers to string together 3 or 4 wins in the playoffs?
So let me ask you this question while we're just talking about it. I know things have to shake out tonight's game. If I said to you, you could select the divisional winners in the AFC or the wild cards, who's representing the AFC in the Super Bowl?
So if I'm getting wild cards, I'm getting Bills, Chargers, and who's the other one?
It depends. I mean, it could be it won't be Baltimore because they have to win their division. But like you understand, the Texans. See, I like Texans. Yeah, I would take Texans and Bills over the division winner.
I think I'd take the wild cards.
Isn't that crazy? But again, it's the league's business model. It's why it's so popular. It's why it works. It's why it just, I'm telling you, the Texans are one. And I'm sorry to do this to you because I know you're gripping right now because your team's playing. So here's perfect timing. We're going to get a word from KG Law. We're going to give you a 60-second breather. Evan.
What are they doing? Okay, go ahead. All right, tell you about KG Law. Someone you care about's injured in a car accident, you need KG Law. Lawrence KG and KG Law specialize in car accidents. You're going to get that personal attention to detail from someone who cares about you. Let me tell you about Lawrence KG. He's a Detroiter. He's a down-to-earth dude, and he's someone you want in your corner. He built his business doing things the right way and delivering for his clients. KG Law's won millions of dollars, 98% success rate. Check him out, 877-KG-CARES. It's right there on the screen, KAJY, KGCares.com.
All right, so we'll get to the rundown. You breathing?
Yeah, I thought we just took the lead, but it's pass interference. Just keep the show moving. I'll do my best.
Listen, buddy, we're going through this together. This is not a presidential
what I was going to say is you need to score
with a fun show.
Score with as little time as possible. I was a little mad that they were going to score, but now the penalty. I don't even know if they're going to score.
How much time on the clock?
22 seconds. They need 11 yards.
We're going to work through this together. Just relax.
There's a pre-snap flag. Everybody's pointing at everybody. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, you did it. No, you did it.
Boy.
All right. So here's what we're going to do.
On the center, the backup center.
Oh, boy. People, I'm trying my best. Listen, we're not curing cancer. It's football. So if anybody's upset, they're not going to get as much about Chargers and Cowboys. I apologize. But we also want to cater to everybody, including I got a guy over here who's on the verge of a nervous breakdown because of his team. So I want to try to,
keep going.
Okay.
You and my team. We got one timeout. Are they gonna? Okay, I think they burned it.
All right. Are you okay? We're gonna do Chargers and Cowboys while they burn the timeout and they check on an injury. Question: I know the Chargers won. Cowboys look much better this week. Much better energy, including engaged George Pickens. I can't figure any of it out. I have a question. We're at the point in the year we get to ask questions.
Yeah.
What do you do with George Pickens? You're the Cowboys.
Easy.
What do you do?
Easy. Franchise tag. I'm not making a long-term commitment, but he's clearly a 1A, 1B in that offense. I just would feel uncomfortable giving him a 3-4 year deal.
But you do bring him back.
I think I would. Yeah. I mean, the alternative is what you're going to lose him.
Jim, I just don't know if I can go on the roller coaster with him. And again, under the franchise tag, is he going to be happy? Is he going to pout? Is he going to loaf?
Then you tag and trade. Or transition tag.
That's kind of where I'm at. I've already got the number one dude with CD. I think it's much easier to find a number two, draft a number two, whatever you want to call it. But look, for a Chargers perspective, it was Justin Herbert's greatness. A couple of major scrambles. His arm talent is just unreal. And look, it's just what it is, man. It's just Justin Herbert is so much better than people recognize. And I'll keep saying it. Look, I can have differences with what I think Harbaugh is as a human being. As a coach, he's fantastic. And if Joe Alt doesn't go down, Jim, they could have gone to the Super Bowl, brother.
Well, yeah. Look, I got doubts about, again, three or even 4 wins in a row with this offensive line, but it's worth pointing out Herbert sacked 0 times today. They got a top 10 defense. And you tell me, Mike, head coach and quarterback, who's better in the AFC? Harbaugh's been to a Super Bowl. We know about the talent of Herbert. Who's got a better head coach quarterback tandem in the AFC playoffs?
With Mahomes gone and Reed out.
You like Allen, but
May and McDaniel. No. But I can't say May's better than Herbert yet. You make a very good point, brother.
So again, if I tell you top 10 defense, best quarterback, head coach duo, like that's a team it's a sleeper to win the Super Bowl or at least make it.
If they could protect the passer more, yeah. I'd agree. All right, let's go Saints and Jets. I'm going to do the same thing. Saints win in a laugher, but it's the Tyler Shuck conundrum. He's playing. All right, I'll tell you what. Do this live. I'm going to respect you.
All right. Have you already seen it?
Nope.
There's flags down. I don't know how to feel. He didn't get it. Then he fumbled it to Goff, who ran in the end zone. Does it even count? I don't know.
Why don't we just follow you on this one? Take us through it.
No, are you watching too?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Total chaos.
Okay, I have no sound.
I'm watching a Charlie Chaplin movie, brother. I mean,
I was going to say we have no sound. How am I supposed to know what happened here?
Because you're Jim Costa. Damn it, act like it. You always act like you have all the answers.
Talk to me about Tyler Shuck. Buy me 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Talk Tyler Shuck.
My point with Tyler Shuck, while Jim tries to figure this out, this is intense football discussion. He's playing well. They're winning games. And he looks like he's got command of the offense. And the team plays for Kellen Moore. Here's the problem. You're going to have an opportunity to take one of the elite quarterbacks in the draft. Do you really want to hitch your wagon to a 27-year-old in Tyler Shuck? Look, I know this is the whole reason I never select QBs in the second or third round. They're infinitely replaceable. I wanted your opinion, but now I can't get your opinion because you're a man of strife right now. And there's anytime I see 7 officials in the screen and both teams huddled around them like they're handing out s'mores.
Nobody has any idea.
I'm
sure you made a brilliant point about the Saints and their future at quarterback. I agree with what you said. It was really well said.
Wow. I've never felt more patronized in my life. Okay, so we'll go Vikings and Giants. Here, I'll say 4 words while you try to figure out.
On that. So, because I need you to explain to me how the Giants threw for 33 passing yards in a football game.
I don't have a great answer. I really don't. Do you realize the Giants didn't complete a pass until 1 minute left in the first half?
Seems like,
and yet, you still lose a game 16-13. Now, look, JJ, the turnovers were back. Had a horrific fumble return for a touchdown. Had a terrible interception, 800 feet in the air. Then he hurts his hand. He X-rays are negative. So I don't know. Is he going to play in 5 days? Is he not? I have no idea. Bottom line is this. The Giants, buddy, you have to stop trying to rationalize anything my franchise does. You just have to accept, you know what? Bottom line, the Giants will do ungodly things, and they will always end up just hurting you. All right, now here's the call. What the hell happened in this Lions game? We had offensive
interference number 14. That would be St. Brown.
Now, is there a runoff situation?
There's no timeout left for Detroit.
So what happens?
Aaron Rodgers is celebrating.
And the Lions have managed to lose to the Steelers.
Lost.
You bums. Unbelievable. All right. Listen, I'm going to do this next one by myself. I want you to go get it. I want you to just – Evan, do me a favor. Can we just have Jim have technical difficulties for 2 minutes? Let me talk about the next game. Yeah, but get him out of here. Black his screen out. Hi, everybody. So listen, Titans, Chiefs, unlike Denver and Jacksonville, this was the easiest bet in the world. Titans, easy. The Chiefs were never getting up off the mat. And then some guy named Hakeem Olajuwon plays. It's some science experiment of like a Hakeem Olajuwon family tree. I don't know who this guy is. Minshew dies. And all the Titans do, play really good football. Pollard for 100, check. No turnovers by Cam Ward, which is the Jim Costa delight. Look, this was a mortal certainty. There was no universe. The Chiefs losing Mahomes and losing their playoff possibility. We're going to get up to play this broke dick team. This was a laugher. Are you okay?
Yeah, okay. Notes
Cam
on
Ward,
this.
6 touchdowns, 1 pick in his last 3 weeks. How proud are you? Proud Papa?
I'm a proud Papa. I think he's showing a little bit at the end of the season to help sell people on an off season for him to have a year two jump. The note I had, hey, Chiefs, no run game, no protection. Those red and white jerseys, that's a target for anybody who's under center. It's pathetic, 3.1 yards per play. Got TOP'd, got squeezed.
Yeah, by the way, I really love this idea of like you're TOP'd.
Yeah,
I've never heard it. I've never heard it that way.
To squeeze the life out of a team, right?
Yeah, well, and this is
why
why
you just squeeze all the juice out of it till there's nothing left.
And if we've got an audience coming in from the Lions game, you're in luck. We're going to get right to the Lions in a second. And Jim is not on the air tomorrow, so this is a perfect shot for you to hear Jim go nuts. And Jim, I'm happy to extend a few minutes if you want to today, okay? I'm here for you. Just I know you care deeply. You're not jaded like I am about my team. Dolphins and Bengals. I hope Joe Burrow's in a good mood. First half was ratty, but the second half, Bengals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17 touchdowns in a row. Yeah. Quinn Ewers solid in the first half, then reality came calling. Bengals win 45-21. Burrow 25-32 for 310, 4 TDs. But I will warn you on one thing. Miami laid down like dogs. The defensive effort looked like you getting dressed in the morning. And that's at like 4 a.m. because you're a morning man.
In the dark.
Slow, in the dark, uncoordinated.
Tripping over stuff.
They were out there playing slap and tickle. And I understand. I don't want to get anybody upset. Well, you guys are radio hosts. All right, guys, bottom line, like we can sit at home and go, all right, they're getting paid to play a kid's game. Mm-hmm. At least act like you want to play it. Jim, it was, you know what it was? It was, what's your cat's name?
Roomba.
Okay, Roomba. It was Roomba with a yarn ball. Here, I'm a member of the Dolphins secondary. I'm Roomba.
So then let's just get this over with, right?
ridiculous.
Then let's get this over with. You bench Tua because you don't want him to get hurt and you don't want there to be any injury guarantees. You wave the white flag there. Your team waves the white flag on you in the second half. Fire the coach. Trade the quarterback. Russell Wilson him. It's a verb. Get the whatever you got to do to clean up and move on because they need to start over.
Yes. Thank you for saying it. The next game features two teams who have to start over, and I'm not going to waste a lot of time on this. I want to dedicate it to the Lions. Atlanta, Arizona. Atlanta a lot, Arizona a little. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Can we just pretend anyone cares? Both teams need to fire their coaches. Both teams need a reset at the quarterback position. One, because the other kid has literally no cartilage in his knee, and the other one isn't tall enough to ride a roller coaster and has been jettisoned. You got to fire everybody. Burn it down. Texans, Raiders, here's what we can just get to. First of all, I want to tell you how upset I am at Ashton Genty. How dare you? How dare you a week after I get eliminated from the fantasy playoffs do you do this, Ashton? I waited all year for a game like this, and you do it against the 85 Bears? You son of a bitch. Now, listen, I'll give the Raiders credit. They played really hard. And this is exactly, Jim, I wanted to take the 14.5 so bad, but what did I say to you? I had the Raiders a couple of times, drew even. I go, that's it. I don't have the heart for it anymore. After 75 total yards against Philly, what do they do here? Whiz bang pow, 60-yard touchdown in the air. Brock Bowers a 27-yarder. Genty had a zillion yards. But the Texans survive. They win. That's what matters ultimately.
Yeah.
Good reality check, though. You want to talk about teachable moments? Good week in the film room to lock in for the playoffs?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, guys, you let B. Arthur and the Golden Girls out here kind of embarrass you.
Yep.
But Texans move on. Is that fair?
It's fair.
All right. Listen, Jim, gather yourself. Let's talk about Howie's, who presented the rundown, and a word from Hungry Howie. Can I send you some Hungry Howies?
Please.
To eat your feelings. Can I do that for you?
Please. Could you?
Text me your order. I'll get it over there for you.
All right, listen. You're busy. You got a lot of things going on. Lord knows you're going to be cooking a lot for the holidays. Lean on Hungry Howie's to get you dinner on the table in 30 minutes. No cleanup, no cooking, and take advantage of their mix and match deal. You go, well, what the hell's a mix and match? It's very simple. It's everything on the menu, $7.49 each. You pair them all up to make a meal deal. And as I said, you get dinner on the table. I mean, it's snowing every day. It's 10 degrees out. You don't want to go to the grocery store. Opt out like most players do in bowl games and call Hungry Howie's or go to hungryhowies.com and take advantage of that mix and match deal, $7.49 each. Whether it's the salads, the baked subs, the pizzas, Howie bread, you name it, it's involved in the mix and match deal. $7.49 each, limited time only at hungryhowies.com.
Yeah, I'm taking a sip of water. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If everybody's in from the Lion game, gather around. Let's do a little advanced preview of my show tomorrow. And then, Jim, you're not on, but you're here now. As always, you have the floor, the senator from Minnesota.
Oh, I mean, we don't have to start with me. I mean, if you've got pressing thoughts, you can go for it.
You want my thoughts?
No, I mean, look, for people who saw the end of the game, it was offensive pass interference. I watched it on a replay. St. Brown clearly pushes off. I don't even think he got in the end zone after catching the football. I don't think there should be any controversy at the end of this. The only controversy is this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are missing starting offensive linemen, plural, and ran for over 200 yards in this football game. So what's the Lions' excuse?
Well, if you take away the big plays, we played great. Regards, Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah,
those quotes last week. Try that game this week.
I don't want to hear it. I just watched my football team lose to Michael Jordan on the Wizards. Like, I don't need to hear it. Like, there's no excuse for Detroit. You're at home with everything to play for against a team that's 28th in the NFL in total defense, and it's 10-10 at the half. They played this game in sludge. They played this game the Steeler way, grimy and gross and letting an inferior team hang around. And what did Detroit do? They took the third quarter off again, -3 yards. So here's the deal. You're running line changes with centers and guards. You can't protect your quarterback. You can't run the ball. You gave up on running the football. All while at the other side, Steelers aren't a very good offense. They are missing a couple key guys up front, and it doesn't matter. Just big play after big play. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, doesn't matter. They got one real receiver, doesn't matter. So there's no excuse for the Lions. This should be humble pie for anybody who was of the belief this team was going to get in the playoffs this season. or make a run of any kind, they're going to go win 3 in a row. What are their playoff odds if they win 3 in a row? One problem. You didn't win 1 in a row. You lost the very next game.
Okay, couple things. Yep, they don't lose back-to-back thing. I'm not allowed to say it anymore, so that's done. 2, the Steelers are also dead last in the league in TOP, and I'd like to borrow a phrase that's been created on tonight's show. You got TOP'd. I mean, the Steelers, here's the other problem I have. And this is going to miss the mark with some people, but I just, please hear what I'm saying, and maybe we can come to an understanding. Jared Goff had the fakest fucking stat line in history, okay? Oh, 300 yards, bro. Okay, here's how this works. When you come out and have negative 3 yards in the third quarter on a 3 and out, and then you start your next possession and you go 3 and out again, and you put the ball in harm's way about 7 times today.
Should have had 2 or 3. Yep.
Now, once you're down 2 scores in the fourth, the other guy materially changes how they play defense. And if you don't believe me and you think I'm just an asshole who's originally from New York, that is also kosher. Happy holidays to you and yours. I just would like to offer you, go back and watch the fucking game.
Yeah.
And go look at the Steelers base, too high, 6-man box, nickel. And mind you, no TJ Watt, no Nick Herbig. They're 2 top pass rushers.
Yep.
You had the others today. So I just, and I am more sensitive to it with the Goff thing, and I hated that some of our coworkers openly gaslit our audience. No, Goff did go at the fans. So you know what, Jared? Blow it out your ass. You're right, Jared. How dare we doubt you? Cutscene this. You're down the whole day to that shit team, and you put up a bunch of empty calories late. You know what? You said it. I've been saying this now for 6 weeks. I sound like Charles Ramsey. Something is wrong here. There is a delusion. There is an arrogance at Rotunda Drive. They think they're last year's team. You're not.
15 rushing yards. 15. Who are you? What is your identity?
Yeah.
Where did the Detroit Lions go? 15. You got outrushed by 200 yards at home in a gotta-have-it spot. Whoever you thought you were, you're not those guys anymore.
By a team who's as banged up as you are in the offensive line, and they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, I'm not trying to demean Jaylen Warren, who's had a nice year, but they don't have these players.
Mike, whoever they thought they were, they are not.
No, and look, I try to do a good job not writing them off, and I know you or somebody or every caller I deal with tomorrow is going to tell me they got a 5% shot.
They're not mathematically out, Mike.
And I respect that, but you know what they're out of? They're out of winning anything serious. If you want to excuse it away and say, hey, we gave up 500 yards to the Rams, and it's just something you have to live with, fine. But when you give up 500 yards again to this crap, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem.
And I don't have the scenarios in front of me, so if I'm wrong, don't kill me for it. I think if the Bears win next week, the Lions are eliminated. And the Packers need to win one of the next 2, right?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Lions would have to win 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not doing this game anymore.
Yeah. So, okay, look, if we get Brosmer on Christmas Day and we beat Brosmer, you got a date with a team that finds ways to win, that pounds the rock outdoors in the elements. And I just watched this team run for 15 yards indoors against a team who was 28th in total defense. Why would I have any belief the Lions are going to win in week 18? That doesn't mean you don't play the game, but let's just keep it 100. Let's stop BSing people or calling them fake fans or you're so negative when this team is negative. This team does this. They dictate the tone. When they play that way, this is how we talk about them.
Well, I would also offer, too, is if people say, well, you're being negative. Okay, well, hold on. After a 4-1 start, let's do the mathematics here, okay? Jim, you're 4-6 in 10 weeks without winning back-to-back games.
If a team was 4-6 in the last 10, would you say they're going to run the table and win out? No, you wouldn't.
No, and that's, look, I know I'm a little bit different of a fan, and it's the East Coaster in me is like, no, I don't believe they're going to win anything of substance. I mean, they could get in, and I don't think they'd be a picnic to play against. If the defense is going to play this way, no, it won't matter. I mean, it's just, I don't want to hear about the injuries when you're allowing that. That was embarrassing. And I will say this, I've been very good about Kelvin Shepard, I think he's done primarily a pretty good job. The last couple weeks, he has gotten stuffed in a locker by McVay and Stafford, and then you go into this. I mean, Aaron Rodgers at the line was basically handing out 3x5s to receivers and drawing routes in the dirt and just burying you.
Can we talk early in the game? I know it's going to get lost in the shuffle. It's 10-10 at the half. It was, as I said, a sludge type of game. It was kind of a grimy. If you know, hey, they don't have some great offense,
take the points.
I know where I'm going with this. This is early in the game. It's 4th and not an inch. It's not 4th and 1. It's 4th and a full 3. You can't reliably run the football. So what are you going to do? No one's phased or fooled by a play action fake. And I'm saying it out loud watching it. Nobody's open. Nobody's open. Nobody's open. And I'm not trying to kill Goff. We all know he's not mobile. So the play's over. You can't sell play action reliably. And it's a full 3 yards. Hey. You have to kick the field goal there, knowing, hey, it's going to be low scoring, knowing this game could be decided by a small margin, and we want to put the pressure on these guys with a plotting offense to score touchdowns. And I thought that was a mistake from the jump.
100%. And by the way, you lose the game 29-24. You were in field goal range, could have kicked game winner. That's again, Dan Campbell.
I know a lot changes, but yes.
Yeah, but in this instance, Jim, I don't think it would. The Steelers drove the field. The Steelers didn't try to sit on the ball. They missed a field goal. They'd still miss the field. I get what you're saying. This is Dan Campbell once again, I think, doing a piss poor job of recognizing the opponent and recognizing his team. You've got 3 new linemen in there. You said, line changes. Dude, just take the points. Let's just tie this thing up. Let's just get where we want to go. It's a race to 20. It was just dumb. And by the way, here's the other one. What is it with Campbell and the clock management? Why do we have?
What was your issue? What was the issue?
Well, first of all, either call the time right before the half. Either call.
I didn't mind that, but I'd hear it out. But go ahead.
Well, hear it out. You wasted 17 seconds, which means you were busy talking about it. You know the situation. Call the timeout the second the play's over. Then I get it. When you let 17 seconds go.
Okay, typically, yes. Typically, you're going, it's 3rd and long. My defense is going to get a stop. Call the timeout. I get 50 seconds to play with. I haven't heard what he said at the podium, and I don't know if he'd be candid enough to admit this. My defense stinks. So if they can bleed the clock down, it lowers the chances of the Steelers scoring before the half. Now, they score anyway because Gainwell goes out and makes a hell of a play one-on-one with a linebacker. But, Mike, I could understand the explanation if he says, oh, yeah, we weren't playing for one more possession. I was concerned my defense wouldn't get a stop on 3rd and long, and I was letting them bleed the clock on their own drive.
Fair. And by the way, the Lions conversation is brought to you by Moran Chevrolet. Sorry I didn't get that done on the front end. Thank you to our friends at Moran. It's just a very emotional show this evening. Is there anything we missed? Yes, DK will get suspended at some point or a huge fine. No, I have no idea what the fan was saying to him. Did I miss anything else here? I don't think so, buddy.
No, I know you'll have your time with this tomorrow.
Yeah, do you have anything else you want to say as your last Christmas words before we see you in 2026?
No, well, I'll be back before 2026. I'll be back the very next week.
Look,
no, I hate it because I felt so good coming into today thinking they were going to win this game. The book instills you as full touchdown favorites. I thought the Steelers had been a fake football team this season. They didn't have their pass rushers. Goff's going to have time. You're at home. Let's go do it. And I wasn't buying all the way into running the table. I had said I didn't think they would, but I thought for a day they'd keep the train on the tracks and they'd push to the end and get to week 18 and see what happens. But the performance today is pathetic. To get outgained by 200 yards, all the bedrock principles about we're a tough team. It starts in the line of scrimmage, starts in the trenches. Look how gritty and gutty and effing tough we are.
That's dead and gone.
That is gone. And whether the offseason is going to start in 2 weeks or not, they have a real identity issue and they need to solve it ASAP.
Word from
humble pie is necessary.
Well, I hope it's an ideological change in how they do things. I really do. Because you know what? You ran it back at saying injuries is what cost us the year prior. Maybe your depth's not good enough. Maybe your systems aren't good enough. You need an OC. That much is clear.
How about this? You're healthy on the front 7. So let's back up for a second. We talk about injuries. I know Aleem's off the ACL, so if that's the excuse, fine. But, Mike, all the linebackers are 100% healthy. Aiden's healthy. The D-line that they liked is healthy.
Yep.
This is their front seven, and they got gashed back-to-back weeks.
That's why I'm saying there needs to be a seed change in how they operate. Like, look at that line. When Roy Lopez has been your best D tackle, I think that's not a compliment.
Correct.
No offense to Roy Lopez or his family. Happy holidays.
I'm sure they're wonderful people. Merry Christmas.
Tremendous people. Pillars of the community.
Yes.
Let's get a word from Moran. We'll keep the show rolling. All right. Let's get a word from Moran. We'll keep it moving. And that is the Red Tag sales event going on right now at Moran Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 selling Chevy dealer. Whether it's elevating your tailgate, unless you're a Spartan fan, you've just given up, or whether it's just hauling gear, they got you covered. 26 Silverado 4x4 crew cab. You can lease it, $199 a month, zero due at signing. Silverado's perfect for hauling the big stuff. You need something a little more svelte, if you will. The Equinox LT, $199 a month with just $19.99 down. Moran, go to Moran Express. All your certified service, you get the free loaner as well, or stop by on Gratiot, just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. Moran Chevrolet, where you always get the best price, period. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. All right, question of the week brought to you by C4. 3 new flavors, by the way, including my personal Friday favorite, the Cherry Bomb Frost. Maybe the coolest listener name ever to send a question in, Maverick Johnson. I don't even know if it's fake, and frankly, I don't care. It's fantastic. From Saginaw, does the NFL need to shorten the season to slow down on the injury problem? Okay, there's right and there's real. While you're right, and the league never should have moved from 14 games to 16, and then 16 to 17, or what's about to happen, 17 to 18, you're not realistic. Because all this has ever been about is money. And the players union are a collection of morons who barely read the big print, much less the fine print. Go back to look when they gave, they basically gave Goodell the powers of the Lord above. And the only team that read it was the Steelers. All the other teams and the player reps were like, yeah, there's no problem if this guy walks around like Rasputin. So look, yes, Maverick, you're right, but you're not living on planet Earth. Like, yeah, but what they should do, 53-man roster needs to go to 60 or 62 or 65. We've got to have a better player pool.
Yeah, look, a lot of the injuries that we're seeing aren't happening in week 16 and 17. So I'm not sure that that's going to fix it. Like if we lopped off a game for the Lions, Kirby Joseph got hurt against the Chiefs. Aiden Hutchinson the year before got hurt midseason against the Cowboys. It's not going to like fix.
It's not a fix. It would help. It just helps. You get to this point in the year and you don't have the roster space. You don't have the player pool.
I'm all for adding a couple spots to the active roster. I think you could be more strategic about bye weeks and Thursday night football. And yeah, all of that stuff makes sense.
The Thursday night thing, I'm on board with. It's ridiculous. And by the way, totally absurd at this point in the season to ask guys to run it back and play on Christmas. It's not right. Not right for the Lions, tell you that much. And not right for the Vikings. Listen, you can laugh and say, well, the Vikings can't make the playoffs. They're still trying to build. They're trying to grade. Yep. Well, guess what? Anyone with a ding like McCarthy, you're going to have a hard time playing Thursday. Yeah. That's not right. And it impacts the product because as you had in the notes, and we didn't get to it, here are 3 guys that are going to play football on Christmas Day. Akeem Olajuwon, Pete Brosmer, and who's the other numbnuts?
Marcus Mariota.
And he got hurt the other night.
I was going to say if he's healthy.
Look at Josh Johnson on his 36 team. God. So, yeah, it's a problem. All right, we'll get a word from C4, and we got to get to this Sunday night game where this is like one of my spots. Go ahead.
If you have a question for us, get to a participating 7-Eleven and look for the QR code at the C4 Energy display or on the cooler. Scan the QR code and ask the question for a list of participating 7-Eleven. Find the list and contest details at 971theticket.com. C4 Energy is the energy drink you need. 200 milligrams of good caffeine in the performance or 300 in the ultimate energy. And C4, it's not your traditional energy drink. It's next level, sugar-free, made for athletes. They don't fill it with junk. And C4 just rolled out their Jim Costa approved Jolly Rancher flavors. And they study everything. And a bunch of things I can't pronounce are in it, but it's all good. C4 Performance Energy or the Ultimate Energy at 7-Eleven. And remember, if you got a question, get to a 7-Eleven, find the QR code at the C4 Energy display today.
Okay, Crocodile Cloth brings us to the WTF spread of the week, and I'm a part of it. I got Ravens at 2.5. This thing's out to 3.5. How are the Ravens favored? The Patriots are the better team. Jim, this is one of our rules when we do the pod together. If it looks too easy, you're walking right into Final Destination. So, and I'm not a fan of those movies. I've seen like 7 minutes total, and I've seen what I need to see. I am not watching 2 hours of that shit. Ravens for me all day. It has to be.
Yeah. Now, look, we got it at 2.5 on the podcast, 3.5, a little steeper, but they're telling you something with this. And we know the Patriots are beat up on both lines of scrimmage.
Yes.
Ravens got to have it.
Lamar used his legs a little more.
Yeah, he's going to have to. It's at night. Baltimore. I know Detroit did it earlier this year, but it was quite a statement because nobody does it.
Yeah.
This is still a young Patriots team. Ideally, you'd think bounce back spot, right? But I think this is a telling spread at 3.5. So they're not there yet.
No, and when this opened up, Ravens laying 2, I thought that was telling. It just felt a little. Now, here's my question to offer the people something, because I'm on the Ravens. What am I going to tell you?
Yeah.
Do you have a touchdown pick here? Can I offer you something?
Yeah, please.
It's a player I've loved since college. I never do the touchdown stuff. This is a Jim Costa special.
Do you have odds?
I have the odds because normally I text you something on Sunday and it's like I'll text Jim and it's like one player to score a touchdown because I don't mess with this stuff. And he always mocks me, knocks me, and laughs in my face.
What I do.
Isaiah Likely plus 285.
I don't hate that at all.
I've loved him since
Coastal.
At Coastal, athletic, mismatch guy. You're seeing another version of him with Harold Fannin in Cleveland, the Bowling Green product. 3-1?
Yeah, the way I look at it, he's just as likely as Andrews, and you're getting extra value for Likely. So,
all right, well, that's where I'm at with it. I'm on Baltimore with it. I really hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like a complete dickhead. Like, oh yeah, nice job, asshole. You laid 3.5 against an 11-win team.
No, I know we set ourselves up for it, but you have to. These are the spots you bite down.
All right. Have a crocodile cloth. Bite down on a crocodile cloth, will you please? Go ahead.
As always, the preview is brought to you by Crocodile Cloth. It's your do-it-all solution for life's toughest messes. They've introduced Crocodile Cloth Grill, and that's what we wanted to talk about on the show. It's what you need if you love grilling. If you're going 365, you're going to want to pick this up. If not, stock up for when the weather gets nicer. These Crocodile Cloth grill cloths are the perfect addition to your game day tailgates, backyard grilling projects, all of it. Crocodile Cloths, grill cloths are made for grillers and the outdoor entertainers. They're tough cloths. They're big, 10-inch by 15-inch. They stay wet a long time, and they're going to power through sticky baked-on grease and food. Crocodile Cloth Grill can clean your cooler, your outdoor furniture, and everything that gets messy at the tailgate. So go to crocodilecloth.com/footballshow for a tailgate bundle and a free gift. As they say at Crocodile Cloth, go ahead, get messy.
All right, Jim's going to have some more emotional support time off. I am on tomorrow for this distinct reason, which is I wanted to be here for Lions football. I had no idea. I put you take your time off 2 months in advance, but I'll be on tomorrow. So talk to you guys at 2. Jim, when are you on next?
I'll be on the following Monday, but between now and then, you and I are going to be pumping out bowl batches and NFL picks on the Cash the Ticket podcast,
including my Christmas Eve delight, the Hawaii Bowl. Can't wait to deliver. Hey, buddy, we've been cooking.
I know
on the college stuff. We are on fire. Okay, guys, we really appreciate you. Hopefully, you can join me tomorrow at 2. I'm sure Jim will be. It's not Twitter anymore. Xing his ass off all evening with you guys. So you guys can enjoy that, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for being here, guys.